Viola odorata is a species of the genus Viola native to Europe and Asia, but has also been introduced to North America and Australia. It is commonly known as wood violet, sweet violet, English violet, common violet, florist's violet, or garden violet. The plant is known as Banafsa, Banafsha, or Banaksa in India. It is a hardy herbaceous flowering perennial. Characteristics: V. odorata can be distinguished by the following characteristics. The flowers are aromatic. The flowers are normally either dark violet or white. The leaves and flowers are all in a basal rosette. The style is hooked. The leaf stalks have hairs which point downwards, and the plant spreads with stolons. These perennial flowers can mature at a height of 4 to 6 inches and a spread of 8 to 24 inches. The species can be found near the edges of forests or in clearings. It is also a common, uninvited guest in shaded lawns or elsewhere in gardens. Uses: several cultivars have been selected for garden use, of which V. odorata Wellsiana has gained the Royal Horticultural Society's Award of Garden Merit. The sweet scent of this flower has proved popular throughout the generations, particularly in the late Victorian period, and has consequently been used in the production of many cosmetic fragrances and perfumes. The French are also known for the violet syrup, most commonly made from an extract of violets. In the United States, this French violet syrup is used to make violet scones and marshmallows. The scent of violet flowers is distinctive, with only a few other flowers having a remotely similar odor. References to violets and the desirable nature of the fragrance go back to classical sources such as Pliny and Horace, when the name ion was in use to describe this flower, from which the name of the distinctive chemical constituents of the flower, the ion ones, is derived. In 1923, Poucher writes that the flowers are widely cultivated both in Europe and the East for the fragrance, with both the flowers and leaves being separately collected and extracted for fragrance, and flowers also collected for use in confectionery, galenical syrup, and in the production of medicine. There is some doubt as to whether the true extract of the violet flower is still commercially available at all. It certainly was in the early 20th century, but by the time Stefan Artander was writing in the late 1950s and early 1960s, production had almost disappeared. The violet leaf absolute, however, remains widely used in modern perfumery. The leaves are edible. Herbal medicine. In herbal medicine, V. odorata has been used for a variety of respiratory ailments, insomnia, and skin disorders. However, there is insufficient evidence to support its effectiveness for any of these uses. In mythology, the violet flower was a favorite in ancient Greece and became the symbol of Athens. Scent suggested sex, so the violet was an emblematic flower of Aphrodite and also of her son Priapus, the deity of gardens and generation. Iammus was the son of Apollo and the nymph Evadne. He was abandoned by his mother at birth. She left him lying in the Arcadian wilds on a bed of violets where he was fed honey by serpents. Eventually, he was discovered by passing shepherds who named him Iammus after the violet bed. The goddess Persephone and her companion nymphs were gathering rose, crocus, violet, iris, lily and larkspur blooms in a springtime meadow when she was abducted by the god Hades. In culture, this may be the species mentioned in Shakespeare's famous lines, "I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine." Gallery.